Hey everybody, Patty Ann here again today. Hey, you may be wondering why I'm wearing this hat. Well, pretty soon coming up, I just got this today. I'm so excited. And a whole bunch of caps to work with. And this is going to fit right into my hoop that I already have. And I'm going to be able to embroider here and on the back, hopefully. So stay tuned for that. That's why I'm wearing the cap. But anyway, today, Evelyn had written to me and wanted to know, is there a way that we can make our own appliques instead of buying the applique fonts, for lettering, because she wants to make the big lettering. You know how everybody's been making the mama. Well, I thought I would just do the word summer, as you can see on my screen right here. And I'll show you how to do that. I am using Stitch Artist Level 1 to do this. So let's open up a new page by coming right up here to the upper left-hand corner. Click on New. And I'm not going to come to the text tool or the create letters tool this time. What I'm going to do is I am going to open up the create mode. So that means I'm in Stitch Artist. And I'm going to come way over here to the left hand side. Not to image, but where it says TT. That stands for true type. So I'm going to click on that. And it takes a minute. Sorry, my dog's out here with me. Come here, Roxy. Come here. Anyway, I'm going to just type in the word summer, all in caps. No, I'll do mama. Mama. Okay, all in caps. And I just chose one of my fonts that's on my computer here. And now you'll see, since I typed that word in there, I can kind of see what it's going to look like with these different fonts. So I want something quite thick because it's going to be applique. And also right here where it says normal, if it's available, I'm going to say extra bold or heavy. Let's try that. And I'll say OK. Okay, there it comes in like that. I'm going to hold down my Shift key and just drag it out. And let's assume that we really like this font. It's just fine. This isn't the one I chose, though. What happened there? Something went weird. I'm going to go back. Let me go back. Let me delete this one for a second. Start this again. So I'm going to come over here to my true type. And mine takes a moment to open up. And I don't want that font. I was going to type in Mama again. M-A-M-A. And I'm going to use, I said the copper, maybe it was the copper something. Copper, there we go. Copper plate Gothic. Oh, Cooper Black. Click on that. All right, there it is. And I'm going to change it from normal to heavy just to see what happens. Now that's what happened. Changed it back right there. If I go to bold and try that one again. So it seems like when I switched this type, it changed. I'm not sure why that happened. Let's see. Maybe it's not available in that. There's black. Extra bold. Seems like it's okay. Nope, still. Yeah, that's it. Okay, there we go. All right, so maybe let's just imagine that we really like this font right here. And I've brought it in. I'll make it big so we can really see it. And it's so easy to make these into appliques. Check it out. All you have to do is this. Since you have Stitch Artist, you're going to make sure you have it open. Come right here to where it says applique, and bingo, it made every single one of those letters an applique. So watch. Well, let's just do the stitch simulator. Come up here, and first it's going to do the placement stitch. Then it's doing the tack down stitch for that. Placement, tack down, placement, tack down, placement, tack down. And then, oh, something's odd about this. Let's go back. You know what I think it is, y'all? Watch this. When I click on Applique, making sure that I have Stitch Artist open, I have the border type set to none. I don't want it to be none. I'm going to make my border type be satin. Okay, so that one's going to work perfectly. Now I can grab these two over, or three together over here, and make them also say for the border type or satin. And now let's watch how the stitch simulator goes. So it's going to do the placement stitch, and then the tack down, and then the final stitch. And I'm going to let it do letter by letter like this because I want to have time in between to put down my letters that I'm going to have it cut. So let's say I want to cut the letter M. Okay, I'm going to click on this, and I need to go down here, and I'm cutting this on my silhouette portrait. You can use a scan and cut. You can use a Cricut machine, because what we're doing right now is we're making this letter into an SVG or a cut file. Okay, so I'm going to click on the applique position for this one, and it brings up this dialog box. I'm going to go to applique, and I'm going to inflate it by 0.7. I'm just going to try that. I'm going to try it. Remember, you're always supposed to do test sew, so this will be my test sew. And I'm going to save this, and I'm going to save it in my downloads as the letter M. Okay, M. And if you look right here, it's going to be saved as a scalable vector graphic or an SVG. So I'll say save. And we can ignore this one, just say cancel, and we're done with that. Now we can go to the letter A. Click over here in the Objects panel. Come over here to the Applique Position color chip. Click on that. Click on Applique and add an inflation. We want to make it a little bit bigger, of a 0.7. I think that's what I did. And I'll say save. And this is going to be the letter A. Save. And ignore this. I can say cancel it and get rid of that. Okay, and then we don't need to do another M and another A, do we? Because we already have those. So now let me show you, if I were to open up Silhouette, and I think that Evelyn said she had really cute fabrics that she wants to use. And wouldn't that be fun to do that? Okay, and while this is opening, I'll tell you that when I cut them on my Silhouette, or any machine actually, I like to put Heat and Bond Light on the back, or Steam Seam 2 Light on the back, and I like to put the paper side down on my cutting mat, and that just helps with the stabilization. And when I go to put it on my piece, my sweatshirt or whatever I'm going to applique on, it stays in place. I can give it a little press with my iron, and there we go. So if I go to open, and I'm going to go to the downloads, and there's my A, hit OK, and there it is. And then I can go to File. I can actually go to Merge the M on this sheet too. Merge the M. OK. And now what I would do over here is to make my cutting mat be auto, or let's see, I wanted to do it portrait. And my media size is letter. So there we go. And then I can move this one over here and move this one over here. Whoa, I got to keep them together. Undo that. And I'll grab both of these, and I'll grab them and move it down like this. And then I can hold down my Alt key, and that allows me to make a second one. And I can grab this one, hold down my Alt, grab another one. So these are ready to be cut then. So all I have to do is send this to my cutting machine and tell it to cut. I don't have one hooked up right now, but that's all there is to it. So let's go back again to Embrilliance. So this is our Mama one. Let's check it out again. It's going to do the M. I should have some darker colors for you guys here. Wait a minute. Let's do the applique position. Let's go to threads, and I'll make that a different color. So I'm going to make all my applique positions this dark green, okay? So I'll go to this one, the applique position. I'll go to the palettes now and make it dark green. Okay, make this one, applique position, dark green. Okay, and this one, applique position, dark green. Okay. So now when we run through, it'll be a little bit easier. I could make the applique tack down a different color too, but let's look. It's going to do the applique position, and then the applique tack down, and then the final stitching. Then it's going to do the applique position, applique, whoopsie, after the applique position, the applique tack down, and then the final, and so on. So that's really easy. So it's simple, simple, simple to be able to do this in your software, just yourself. You don't have to buy any. If you're wondering of a good place to be able to get fonts for free, come to dafont.com and you can look through here. Again, what you're looking for are nice thick fonts, basic ones maybe. Let's see. And these are all just fairly plain. You know, you might want to go to something called Freshman. I think that might be here. Let's see if there's a Freshman. There's Freshman. You might like to do a font like that. Or, what is another word? College? Collegiate? College? Let's see if college comes up with anything. Yeah, there's some stuff. Now, you don't want to get anything like this because that's, you know, messed up. That's for print. But you can look through these. I forget the other name that I sometimes use. Oh, Varsity. Varsity is a good one. Here we go. Look at this. That would be cool. Or here's a nice plain one. This would be a good one. If you wanted to use this one by the Varsity one, all you do is download it. See, it's 100% free. Download it. And it's downloading right up here. Notice it's a zip file. When it's done, I'll open the file. And I'm going to get not the PNG, but the open type font. When I double click on that, it opens this and it should install. And now it should be installed. Let's see if that worked. I may have to open or close this and open it again. Let's see. If we come up to this, create mode, come back over here to True Type Fonts. Let's see if that installed Varsity. Let's see, we gotta go all the way down this way. Varsity, UV. There it is, Varsity Team. So I think it already installed it for me, unless I already had it installed. Well, let's just do Mom. Say okay. And of course, there we could do Mom. Make Mom a t-shirt with her mom on it, and then put her children's names on it, or grandma, or whatever you might like. But again, this is just artwork over here right now on the right. There's no stitches. If you want it to just be an outline of stitches, of course, you can come to Run, and that makes it all a run stitch. And you could change it from the type of run over here in the Properties panel to something like Bean, if you wanted it to be a bean stitch, and depending on how many passes you wanted it to have. Okay. Or, as I said, you could come over here and come up to the very top right here and change it into an applique. Whoops, got to have them selected first though. And then I'll change them into an applique. It's this one right here that looks like a blanket or an E-stitch. Applique, there it is, and it came in as a satin stitch automatically because that's what I had used last. But again, if we look here at the Stitch Simulator, it's going to do first a placement stitch, then a tack down, and then a finishing stitch. And it's going to continue on. And again, you can cut these out by hand if you want to, the letters, after you've done them, or you could, as I said, come up here for the applique position, click on that, come over here when the color dialog box comes up, click on applique, inflate this to 0.5 or 6. You'll have to do a test for yourself depending on your fabric and stuff, and then say save. And this would be another M for Mom, and I'll just name this M2. MM2, save, and see it's a graphic, scalable graphic. Leave this as it is, and this. And then let's go back over to Silhouette. Here it is. And just go back to the design mode and go to File and Merge. I'm just curious what this is going to look like compared to the others. Okay, so you can see this one is a lot more angular. Let's get rid of these two. So it's easier to compare. There's that M and there's that M. So again, both of these can be appliques, easy peasy, just like that. I hope this helped. I hope you guys like this tutorial. I'm going to go ahead down there and into my craft area and make an applique sample to show you. So don't forget, also, stay tuned. If you're not subscribed, pretty soon I'm going to be doing the hats. And I'm so excited about it. I got like 20 of them. I'm going to make them for this little group of ladies that I know. Okay, this image here just shows after the letters were cut on my portrait. I used Steam-A-Seam to light on the back, and I had paper side down. And here is the finished product. I just did this sample for you. So instead of doing the satin stitch around the letters, I just changed it to blanket stitch so I could stitch it out quickly for you guys to be able to see it at the end of the video. So I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions down below. And as always, if you're in the market to buy something, especially something about Embrilliance or embroidery, check out my links down below. I sure appreciate it when you use them. Ciao for now.